Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Yusril. Welcome back to Breathedge. A little bit of a time skip. I went scavenging for resources, and I am happy to report that the scavenging was mostly a success. I have 60% of the beef required to power the shuttle. No, I am not making that up. Go and watch episode 5, it will make more sense. And I have also finally assembled the bits for a few more parts of the station. So, yay! Let's pop the dispenser. We need to first and foremost build a power generator and a research table. What do? I repair something? Don't leave without me. How did she notice an interference? How did she hear interference? Babe's an AI. That's the twist, isn't it? Babe is a ship AI or something like that, and she just went with Babe in an effort to, I don't know, manipulate us, assuming, male, human, just point something attractive and hope for the best. Okay, let's put the research table in here near the door. Right. I see queries to database line. I hope you're not looking for anything. If it's better not to download anything and fly to core. Yes, that can't possibly be a bad idea. Right, research table. Let's see, what do I have? I have a scraper. When it turns to the preferred say, and the electrical engineer spacesuit. Here we are. Roll of fabric, lead paint, and aluminium. Possible. Enhanced flashlights. The Zaz space vehicle. Let's see. This is research, isn't it? Generated lycoplasma. I've no idea what that is. Breathedge energy cores. Those look expensive. Those look very expensive. A bribe is always a bribe. Why would I want a bribe? Yeah, Picade and a blaster. Yeah. Okay, so I have an option for a real battle blaster. Titanium, electronics, refined metal. Not sure. Also, better analyzer. This is where I get gear that isn't actually a load of junk. Ha! Hooray! Hooray, hooray, hooray! Although I'm not sure why I want chewing gum. So better accelerators, much better accelerators, military oxygen cylinders, and sweet. Okay, looks like we're back on the scavenging run, doesn't it? Also, I have a processor, so I can build stuff again. Hooray! Don't ask about the dead hamster. It was lying around and looked lonely, okay? Alright, so we still need to launch the shuttle, and I also need to research the electrical engineer spacesuit for reasons that have not perhaps been adequately explained. Alright, Well, I still need to find that beef, so... Electrical engineer suit. When you're working with electricity, it's not just to wear rubber gloves. I remember we put on such foil. Okay, so I need roll of fabric, lead paint, and aluminium. Most of that I've actually got back at the primary shuttle, which is, I suspect, shortly going to become yet another obsolete piece of space pollution as I move on to a better equipped facility. Still, back to said obsolete piece of space pollution. We need to get the fabric, the aluminium, the lead paint. I've got the lead in storage. I'm not sure I have enough spare paint, however. Largely because I had to crawl all the way back to the first chapter's paint store to get enough paint for the helmet, which turned out to be a mistake, but there you go. Also quickly swing by the cano beef. Well, I say cano beef, but honestly, cano synthetic manure is a better description. Also, a more accurate description, because you're really not putting any of this stuff in a stew. You can't boil it, you can't mash it, you definitely can't fry it. Well, you probably could in Scotland, but I think even Scottish stomachs have their limits. Yeah, this stuff is definitely dry. for want of a better word. Oh, was that another can of beef? Yes, it was. Also, resin tin. You know what? We'll just grab the... I think I need the grabber for that. Because if nothing else, I can always make some more fuel. Well, a limited amount more fuel. The bike is down to, what is it, 50%? 62% fuel. Okay, time to head back to the shuttle and consider my next move. I am, however, going to quickly check out this satellite as well. I've got the range and the oxygen for it. We're 900 meters away from the engineering shuttle. It's more or less on the route. And I have enough scanner charges left, so there's no harm in having a quick... Wait, I think I've been here before. Okay, amble in. Yeah, this is the monitoring station. Scanner. There was nothing of interest here last time, and I don't think there's anything of interest here this time either. No, there is absolutely nothing of interest here, even with a scanner. Ah, station status screen. That's what it was pointing me to. Note to self as well. Remember to look up. This is of occasionally vital importance. Also, more plastic. Oh no, that's metal. Metal, 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 metal. Where did I leave the bike? Bike? There we are. Bike. Also, aluminium deposit. Do I have a drill? Yes, I do. Perfect. And enough spare aluminium to quickly drill this up. There we go. Inventory full. Enough aluminium to, I hope, research the suit. Stand on the burners. Get back onto the bike. Realise I only have 55 seconds of oxygen left. Where is the nearest tank? There, 600 meters away, it's the beef stew tank. This is why you don't dismantle your oxygen stations willy-nilly. Or indeed Slappy Dashy or any other form of random impulsive decision-making, because you might occasionally need them if you happen to stay out perhaps a bit further than would normally be permitted for a simple transit run between a couple of permanent stations. Emergency reserves are always handy to have, because the very definition of an emergency is you don't know when it's going to happen. Yeah. Won't draw much, just a partial charge. 60 seconds. 80 seconds should be more than enough to get me back to the engineering base. There we go, 1,000 meters, 40 meters a second. Should be there in about 25 seconds. I've got a bit of a margin if it all goes horribly wrong. Forwards once again. There we go, a little more than halfway there, with a little less than half the oxygen burned, or in this case, breathed. And technically, I suppose it is a form of burning, isn't it? Oxidation. I suppose it's really just a matter of time scale and circumstance. Right, into the airlock. Endeavour not to suffocate along the way. I could have just done it on 60, but it's always nice to have the safety margin. Yoink, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. There we go. I don't know what the rest of you were worrying about. I could have made it fine on 60. That's wasted 20 seconds of valuable oxygen. And I can research my suit. 1 minute. So, AI, how do you feel about being decanted into a new suit? How do you feel about being abandoned for a new and shiny AI in a new and shiny and better radiation protected suit? What? Well, nobody was really asking your opinion anyway. So tough. Beef can not only burn, but also cause electrical conductivity. I still think I need to research the blaster at some point. Refined metal and electronics. Well, I know I can get electronics, and well, there's plenty of metal lying about to refine, so I should be able to research my blaster. Although, given the way this game tends to behave itself, I have a suspicion that That blaster is going to turn out to be a novelty toy and of limited practical use, but it looks cool, so let us research it. Right, learn blueprint. I see requests to protect suits from electricity. It is very dangerous. Yes, electricity is in fact very dangerous. Babe actually has a point there for once. So, use processor. What do I need to make my new and shiny suit? I need another roll of fabric. Right, okay, I can do that. I left all the fabric reserves elsewhere. While I'm on my way back, however, remind me to get up all my spare electronics and refined metal, because if I'm going to need a blaster, I am going to need it fairly shortly, and I would rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So, back to the shuttle. Although thinking about it, I can probably produce this at the other processor as well. I need to come out here to do research. Or, of course, I will eventually need to come out here to do other things as well, like jump off towards the blue ball of doom that is in fact the liner's radioactive core. No, it's not the kind of good radiation either. It's not the kind that gives you superpowers. It's the kind that gives you horrible, horrible death. At least to judge by the fact that my radiation meter is very definitely telling me not to go over that. But hey, details, right? Come on, forwards, 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 forwards. Wonder why it gave me the option for the other suit. It had the same radiation protection measures. Well, it said research the electrical engineer spacesuit, so... follow my objectives like a good little drone. Also, because I don't want to break the game's scripting any more than I've already probably done. Okay, so one dash round scavenging up some fabric, and we have our reel of fabric, which means that I also now have the ability to make my electrical engineering suit. Go! Extra radiation protection. Huzzah! Now, I've already upgraded my suit once. Here fly a lot of garbage, steel becomes unstable, it's just garbage. I'm going to try and repair it. Okay, right. Upgrade the suit. Found great place with huge lightning, and you have to go there and try lightning first without the what? No, not happening. Ever. Also, enhanced spacesuit. Yay, right. So, we now have the option to explore the debris, which actually has tagged as a marker, and so is the game, which is slightly worrying. And I still need to launch that shuttle into the core, for which I still need more beef. No, really. Beef pellets, properly reprocessed, do actually make apparently very good old-style industrial fuel. Unfortunately, I need 10 of them, and I've only got 2. Well, I've got 6. I've got 2 ice, but I've got 6 beef pellets. I still need another 4. And at some point I will learn object recognition and counting. The cans of beef sadly cannot be used. They tend to go bang first. Alright, drop off the hamster. Not sure why he's taking up inventory space, but there you go. Also don't need the salt. The synthetic manure, I need more of that basically. And the Kinotron will come in handy later when I work out how to actually get all the other bits, including a generator. Can I make a generator? Because if I can make a generator, that will be all I need to actually build my own infophone on the base. A simple generator for producing electricity. It's powerful enough to be used at the station or vehicle, built enough to be carried around. Okay, alkali, metal, and wire. You know, I think I've got all of that. Just, well, wire. Also, grab the spare resin. I should probably tank up the other options. There was, pretty sure, oh yes, the improved flashlight required the plastic, didn't it? Now, metal. Don't need the magnet just yet. Yay! Should be able to do a little bit of a construction spree here. Also, spare food. Grab the honey packets. Back out of the container. I am running short of water as well. Well, I can melt some ice down. That's easy enough to do. Shouldn't be too hard to process some either. So process up some water, and then the next thing to process is a generator. Items, resources, items. So I want a can of fuel. Keep the bike going. Great. Sadly, I can't use this stuff in the shuttle for some reason. Tools are fine. Don't ask about the beef grenade. No, really don't. And objects, resources. It's in here somewhere. There we go. Oh, I've got the ability for an inductor. Oh yeah, I still have the alkali, don't I? Oops. Alkali. Alkali, alkali, alkali. Am I out of alkali? That is highly annoying. I might in fact be out of alkali. Right. Okay, that's a bit of an annoyance. That being said, alkali is not the hardest thing to obtain. I just have to go asteroid mining for it, I think. Also, I need to pick up some more light bulbs to research the improved flashlight, but need some mining deposits. Let's just take a wander over here. Start looking at these asteroid deposits. Are you alkali? I think you're ice. Yes, you're ice. You're exhausted. Not like that either. And is that alkali? No, it's ice again. I mean, I could mine up some ice, but it's a waste of drill charges, to be perfectly honest. I've only got 2 left anyway, and I can just grab ice free floating in space. It's not like this stuff's hard to find. That's aluminium. Kind of useful. But right now I need alkaline. I was pretty sure that mining was the way to get it. Don't really want to have to go all the way back to chapter 1 to scavenge some more up. Really, really don't. Well, apparently it looks like I might have to. Well, stick that project on the back burner for later then. So I'm just squirt the drone a little. There we go. And the next thing I want is electronic parts, because I need these to research the blaster. Drill required. Oh well, looks like we're building a new drill anyway. There's a third shot of electronic. Well, second shot. There's number 4. The drill is now busted. I'm going to have to go back and make another one. I should probably make another titanium scrapper as well, purely because I'm running out there. Also, snag a bit more ice so I can make some more water. Oh, nutritious goo is handy as well, I suppose. Stave off starvation. And unlike other supposedly superior forms of nutrition, the basic nutritious goo does not, in fact, dehydrate you into the bargain. So, what do we need? Processor. First and foremost, we need a drill. Done. Go. Then we need a new handy scrapper. And that is the tool problem taken care of temporarily. Next item of business, quickly assemble a couple more bottles of water. Then we need more metal, so I can replace my refined metal stocks, because I need 4 of those as well. And we need another shot of electronics. Oh, time to head back outside and start scavenging again. Electronics, of course, nice and easy. There's plenty lying about over here. Ditto metal. A happy situation which I suspect may not last for long. Right, 1 empty crash site. Bit more ice, and there's the metal. Andy Scrapper, your service is almost at an end. But don't worry, for you have been replaced. Your final service is complete. Let's hoover up all this metal and bring out Handy Scrapper Mark II with its now 99 durability. Huzzah! Remember, each Handy Scrapper is good for 3... Oh, they do actually change the colour of the spacesuit as well. Nice touch. Yay! Right, inventory full. Let's go back, refine this metal, and then we should be able to grab the bike back to the research station and research the blaster, because self-defense is occasionally important, even if nothing out here has actually tried to kill me yet. Vehicle is fueled up slightly, so it will not putter out on me at an unfortunate moment, such as in the middle of nowhere, miles from the nearest oxygen tank. Refined metal. 1. And insufficient resources. Boo. Do I have anything in the containers? Just save me the bother of going back out. No. No. That would have been far too convenient. Fine. Quick pop back outside. It's not like this stuff is hard to find. Over there. Brakes. And... oh, there's a construction kit and a battery here. Those are always worth scavenging. No beef, unfortunately. Where's the beef? Also, light bulb. Inventory is full again. Right. Note to self. Scavenge up light bulbs. Remember, I need 4 light bulbs, and I also need 4 plastic to research the enhanced flashlight. I think I'm going to need to put some storage in and start moving all my junk across to the research base. That might be a good idea to do off camera. Right. Refined metal. Done. So we have 4 shots of refined metal, 4 shots of electronics, 4 shots of plastic, and 4 shots, well, 1 shot of light bulb. I'm not sure shots applies to any of those, but hey, it works. The rest of this can all go back into storage. Electrical tape can wait. Manure can wait. I could just decrypt the info phone at the other controller, couldn't I? Let's also put the first aid kit back in storage. Scanner can troll along for a bit. And the lead paint can go back into storage as well, as can the beef. I would prefer not to spontaneously explode. So the battery, and other than that, I think we're good. Just quickly chug some water, and then compress some more ice. Okay, so with that, we are heading back outside. We are watching out for light bulbs along the way. I don't think I left any more around here. I think so, at least. Oh, there we go, light bulb. And plastic. Well, I don't need that immediately. I don't necessarily use the torch very much, but it's always handy to have the upgrade. Model out here, so we have 2 light bulbs. We will shortly have 3 light bulbs, because I know there's one over here somewhere. Along with the battery. I left you around here somewhere. There you are. Light bulb and battery. Battery is always handy. Okay, so we have 3 light bulbs. There are 3 lights. There may in fact shortly be 4, and then there will be none, because I will have used them for research. So he will still have been right. He will have temporarily been wrong, but he will have been right. Okay, don't think we're gonna see much right here. Right, have I got the tape? Yes, I have. So, dive into the airlock, quickly tank my air. There we go, air tank full. Onto the bike. Next stop is going to be the info phone to decrypt that first location on the tape. Then we're heading back to the research base. We'll get at least the blaster research done. That should work. If we can find a bulb along the way and get the improved flashlight done, that would be even better, but I would prefer to have a method of self-defense. Ooh, hang on a second. Tape recorder. Unusually, those frequently have light bulbs in them. Bonk. And this time, of course, we have... ah, light bulb! Huzzay! We has a light bulb. And another battery, because you can never have too many batteries in space. Don't ask me why you can never have too many batteries in space. I'm sure there is a given massive battery at which it would be more trouble to haul the battery around than it would be to use the power it provides. but for all practical intents and purposes, you cannot have too many batteries in space. Next stop, Instaphone. Infophone. Whichever it was. They're not very instant at all, are they? Ah, who cares? Forwards. To the communications module. Eventually. And here we are. Go for a nice little bit of skid parallel parking. Point the bike the right way for the exit, of course. What? You don't skid into a parking space so you're facing the right way for your rapid departure offers? No, just Twitch and me then. Oh, I miss the days with the clowns. And there's the brain. Right, back to the communications hub. Okay, decrypt phone. I already know that coordinate. Boo! Well, at least the knowledge was already known, and therefore the duplicate did not entirely waste its effort. Actually, the duplicate did entirely waste its effort. That is my airlock exit. I no longer use it. And here is my other airlock exit through the back of the battering ram, which was not in fact a ram, although it was used for battering, and only partially succeeded. The partial success being offset somewhat by its complete and miserable failure to keep its pilot alive when the laws of physics decided they'd had enough of his shenanigans. Right, next stop, research base. We have 2 bits of research to do, and they are both valuable. Although the blaster research might be more valuable than the light bulb research. But hey, light bulb research is useful. After all, you do not want to be eaten by a modern science fiction guru, do you? You don't? Well then, you will require a light bulb. And I will require a better idea of where I'm going to get more beef from. I suspect I am going to have to check out... Ooh, new electricity area up there to check out. Huh. Okay, I had been largely ignoring that on the grounds that it was mostly out of my field of view, and also because it was lots of sparking electricity bits of which I was not a fan. But the base is handily positioned to jump off and explore it, so we'll pop in, we'll get the research done, and then we shall remember to look up. I mean, seriously, that is how you hide something in a video game. Players never ever look up. I remember the old Half-Life devs complaining that that was a very, very hard thing to get players to do. We think in 2 dimensions. Anyhow. Oh, I need titanium as well. Boo. Well, let's research the flashlight. 10 minutes for that. Well, that's enough time to go and... Well, I can just get some titanium, can't I? Well, I'll do that later. For the moment, however, I need to sit on this. I need to point it up. And then we need to go and explore. To horrible, zappy death. Maybe. Or maybe not. This looks interesting. In a, oh my god, I'm going to die kind of way. Also, I'm not a fan of the new black paint job. That usually implies ominous.
I can't even use my main systems, only the built-in processor, which is perfectly protected from power surges, but is not able to count to 10 without errors.
Oh dear.
This is an energy core of the Breathedge company. I don't know who transported such technologies on the liner and for what purpose it was done, but now it's easy to explain the presence of electromagnetic anomalies. By the way, I don't recommend turning off the active core. It will most likely lead to unpleasant consequences.
Oh, goody. Am I going to have to turn off the active core? This looks like a really good way to die. Let's find another way in. Also, ignore the repeated radiation warnings that are going off, even with the extra protection from the suit. Let's just back up. We're not going that way. I'm going to have to go through the core, aren't I? Also, what's this stuff? Ice asteroid? Ice asteroid. This is a horrible idea, and I'm looking for an alternative, and I don't think I'm going to get one. Then again, maybe here? No. No, I am in fact going to have to charge through the electricity and get into the core. But first and foremost, actually, no, I've got oxygen candles to spare, haven't I? Okay. Prepare for Operation Certain Death. I'm not taking the bike. I might need to take the bike. Why am I even considering doing this? Everything says this is a stupid thing to do. Chicken, I may need you. You need to neutralize the core. How? I am, in fact, going to have to barrel past, aren't I? Okay. Well, at least now we know where we're getting the Breathedge energy cores for the car. Go!
It reminds me of old space stations that were used about
Huh.
50 years ago for communication
didn't
between
die.
planets. Besides, some components were produced at Breathedge agency factories for sure.
Oh, good. That's a wonderful consolation. Also, I have fresh oxygen. I wasted a candle. Wonderful. I feel so much better about myself now. Okay, quick nom of health and drink. Also, remember I can get more health here. Oh, yes. Oh, an ottoman. Yes, a simple and occasionally rather upper class replacement for an ottoman if you are feeling fancy about these things. Also doubles as a storage box if you are that way inclined. Aha, rubber. Haven't needed electrical tape for a while, but you never know, I might need some later. Refined metal, always useful, especially if you need to make stuff with it. Fuel canister, yes please. However, I do now need to find a way to deactivate the core. You know, what the AI just said I absolutely shouldn't do under any circumstances. Yes, this totally isn't giving off the creepy alien spaceship vibe at all, is it, comrades? Okay. Drop. Oh, an aquarium with more dead
I have no idea
hamsters.
how they got into the closed system of the aquarium, but there are no more fish here.
No, there aren't. There are also what appears to be the chewed up remains of a note, and of course the new inhabitants of the aquarium, who have discovered that they in fact involved lungs instead of gills, and that they have therefore died. Evolution, sadly, is not a forgiving mistress, and takes far longer than most people think. Okay, bottle of
If I were to
water.
design a trash can, everything would have fit in it.
Well, I'm sure. However, that does require a finite volume of trash. Also a coffin. A rather dented and unusable coffin. Okay. Trundle in again. Right, we're past the blocked door. Have a quick look here. Don't see anything of massive use, so up we go. 360, make sure that that door's locked. Oxygen's still not an issue. Can replace my wasted candle, thank you very much. Also, more rubber. Large habitation mod. Ooh. Space! In space. Or shall it be space in space?
It has had no occupants for a long time.
I know, but handily they did leave all their stuff for me to take, which is always useful. What have we got over here? Looks like a microwave oven. Various containers, ominous lights that serve no purpose whatsoever. And another door. Oh, hang on, we've got gravity in this section. Also a reminder that should you have discovered that you suddenly have a horrific 70s perm, the exit is that way. Okay. Ooh. People. Also. People. Also dead people. Also wrecked coffin. Interesting. Also more rubber.
One of the first prototypes of the Breathedge Agency spacesuit without any artificial intelligence.
Well, I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. On the one hand, no handy advice with which to get yourself out of tricky situations. On the other hand, blessed peace and quiet. And that, I would say, is either the tally
Cause
of
death was a blunt
days...
injury to the head about 30 years ago. The body mummified due to the sterility of the environment.
Wait, 30 years ago? Wait a minute. 5, 10, 50, 80... So what was that? I'm assuming it was not the record of the times he lost to the un-AI'd spacesuit. Then again, maybe he did insist on running the chest test a few more times with a little dough thrown in for variety. Okay, what have we got here? Resin, resin, resin. And, ooh, this looks interesting.
Now this is something interesting. It's worth taking a closer look.
Breathedge, device for eliminating facial nerve ending irritation. The answer was not as simple as it may seem at first glance. A high-tech synthetic fluff brush, 99% identical to natural fur, made from navels of synthetic squirrels, and the innovative telescopic holder lets you scratch. Right. Protection increase, radar 53 chip. Find lower radiation settings in the game's menu. Spacesuit emergency repair guide. In case the outer layer of your take out EP3 observe, apply spare for peace. Fasten grab it using basically stitch it shut. After the emergency situation is involved, it is recommended to ask the Breathedge Global Funeral Agency for a new spacesuit. Ah, right. Okay, and if you wake up and find that you're mistakenly declared deceased and placed in the coffin of the Breathedge Funeral Agency while you're in deep sleep, do not panic. Restore your breathing, calm down, and find the trigger specially designed for such cases on the coffin lid at the level of your chest. I don't know why they bothered with a revolver. 6 shots seems superfluous under the circumstances. 1 very large shot would do just as well. Aha, right, examine blueprint. Huh. Really? Really? Oh. Okay. Settings. Game. The poor fourth wall.
Protection increase protocol activated. The threshold of radiation resistance has increased. So you're saying we could have done this from the start?
Curse you, lead paint. Also, the handy flashlight is researched. Yay! Let's keep having a look around. Maybe some other stuff here. I mean, we still need to disable those cores so we can get them. Of course, the suit is warning us, so that is in fact a horrible idea, and we should not do it under any circumstances whatsoever. Ooh, we've come out the other side.
Was some experiment of the Breathedge Funeral Agency, but the lack of any information about it, as well as the dead crew member, can lead us to think this was probably illegal. On behalf of the funeral agency, I apologize for your possible complicity in the illegal activities of our company.
Of course, that does not absolve me from any legal liability whatsoever. Just one of those things, really. Right. We still need to figure out how to neutralize those cores and get them back, don't we? Oh, resin supply. Well, I wasn't critically short of fuel, but yes, illegal space station on Breathedge turf? Boom hum hum.
A useless item. You could make a similar one.
Thank you. Wait, what are you? Ah, the founders, yes. The 2 founders of the Breathedge Global Funeral Agency. Space funerals. Also, there is nothing on the back. Hooray! Also, respect the chicken. Not so sure about the 2 guys in the second row.
Founders of the Breathedge Agency, the founder of the agency, and the leading designer together at a conference in 2017.
And good for them, for without them we would not have this rather bonkers game. Okay. Oop. Something appears to have popped a leak. Never mind. I do need to figure out how to take those cores. Not sure if there's a way to do that or not. I mean, I can fly past the core, so that's perfectly safe, but no, console is not usable, and that is just deliberately illegible. Really, game? Really? Right, back we go. We have successfully found ourselves the way to do many things. We have lowered one shot of radiation. Huzzah! What we do not have, however, is the titanium needed to successfully retrieve this. Also, I still need to figure out how to retrieve this core. You need to neutralize the core. I don't know how to neutralize the core. I should probably figure out how to neutralize the core, but at least I am no longer getting fried and or exploded with lightning and radiation. Of course, the radiation meter is still complaining, but that's besides the point. The vehicle is fueled. Now, I need to go get some titanium. Then we can research the blaster. The very, very handy blaster. But for that, I will need some inventory space. And for that, I will need to drop off some stuff, which will probably have to be done down at the processor anyway. Or if that's as good a place to litter as any, at least it's all in one handy, giant-sized box. Whee! And if nothing else, I can make some more electrical tape. So, exit vehicle. And we're in. So, processor first. Let's see, what can I make? Well, to start with, thick electrical tape. Because that's always useful. And that clears enough room for me to make myself the proper options here. So research complete there. And the next thing I need to do, aside from the engineering spacesuit... Oh, that one is immune to temperature. Heat and cold are felt equally unpleasantly, but it's not fatal. That will be worth researching, along with all the other stuff. Most notably, the military oxygen cylinder, which will add an extra 75 seconds of oxygen again, and the new accelerator. I detect signal from intact garage. Okay. Well, we need the titanium in order to research the blaster. And then we'll also need the engineering suit. Just make it a bit easier to work around in that other shuttle without getting completely frozen. Okay, lead paint again. And aluminium again. Lots of useful stuff to research, but first and foremost, we need titanium. Because at some point, I am doubtless going to need the blaster. And I suspect that the reason I will need the blaster is because there will be something attempting to salvage me, with or without my consent in the matter. So, set on the bike, and yes, maybe there's some titanium down here by the wreckage. There we go, there is the spiky signature of titanium. I've no idea if the titanium is actually spiky. I just... Oh, that's what the developers chose to make it look like. So, break the titanium ball. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's enough for the blaster. We'll grab the spares while we're here. No harm in having them. I think I got every... Oh, no. Couple more here. Oh, there's actually quite a lot of the stuff here, isn't there? Huh. Yoink. And... Yoink. Okay, titanium successfully retrieved. brakes. Hop onto bike, back to research station, and then research and blaster. After which I will then need to figure out how to build said blaster. Hopefully I will not need it for a long time, but as I say, it's one of those things that, well, I'd rather not have to deal with. Exit. So, research of blaster. There we go. A real battle blaster, then go pew pew. And 10 minutes on research that. So we'll leave that to quietly cook for itself. Have a quick look at the process to see what I need for the improved flashlight. Light bulbs and plastic. Why am I not surprised? Well, light bulbs. Turns out there is in fact a bit of a shortage of light bulbs, and of course, manure. But that's a problem for another episode. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, farewell.